Now we've seen that chords are where you play more than one note at once. This is a C major chord and a C minor chord. Now the only difference is that this note, the middle one, is reduced by what we call a semitone or one note. Now I'm going to play a phrase using just major chords C, F and G. And now I'm going to play the same phrase but using the minor chords C, F and G. Now immediately the second phrase just sounds more solemn, more sad. And this is essentially what minor chords do. Now there's no reason for it, it's just the way we perceive music and the difference between major and minor chords. Now a lot of pieces change from major to minor chords and then back to major chords again without you even realising it. But some particularly do this in a dominant way, like the Moonlight Sonata. Let's look at a change from B minor to B major. B minor to B major. And then later on in the piece it changes back from a major to a minor, this time E major to E minor. E, E minor. Incidentally, the Moonlight Sonata uses 3-note up arpeggios, and then the bass just doubles up notes in the left hand. And this is pretty much how I've shown how to play in other videos. Now most songs have a mixture of major and minor chords. Now it was very difficult trying to find a song with just major chords. And I found a few. There was All Right Now by Free, Neil Diamond's Beautiful Noise and Words by the Bee Gees. Let's have a look at that. If you look at the lyric sheet here for Words, I've just written in red where the chords changed next to the lyric, and you can see that they're all major chords all the way through. Let's have a look at the relationship between minor chords and how sad a song is. So going straight from the top, The Elements by Tom Lehrer is a novelty song, is not sad at all. And there we are, it's got all major chords and no minor chords at all. Moving on to With a Little Help from My Friends, you'd expect that to be fairly up-tempo and not sad. And yes, there's only one minor chord on I Sang Out of Tune, and in the chorus, Do You Need Anybody? When we get to Sunny Afternoon by the Kinks, this doesn't sort of work because this is generally an up-tempo song with minor chords throughout the verse, and then they do this trick where in the chorus they switch to major chords. So it doesn't always work. The sadder a song is doesn't mean that it has more minor chords in it. Now there is a group that tends to play on minor chords in a lot of their pieces. They start off with them and run through a phrase and end up with them, and it's Pink Floyd. They really use minor chords to set the feel of a piece, as in Shine On You Crazy Diamond and A minor and D minor. And in some of their other pieces, B minor is the start chord in Comfortably Numb. Notice how the phrase starts and ends on a minor chord. And finally, Great Gig in the Sky, which uses the same chord. So there it is, major and minor chords and how they're used in songs. And it's not obvious as to whether minor chords make a song sad or not.